Hello! Good evening. If you are brand new here, I am Kiara Jones of the Kiara Josette Collective. You are inside the Dragon's Den, which is our weekly training on all things business, mindset, and wealth. So say hello when you are popping on. I have a super exciting topic for tonight. So what I want to do is just see who is live, see who's available. Drop a comment, say hi, hashtag hi, live vibes when you are live, and then hashtag later vibes if you're watching on the replay. And we will get started. So I'm going to pull up my list of notes because I have very specific notes for this, because selling in Instagram stories or Facebook stories, honestly, this is my jam, and it's something that I find so many business owners underutilizing. Kaylee coming live. This never happens. Yay, hello. Okay, so what we're going to do is dive into selling in stories, Facebook or Instagram. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you do it every single day, you're a pro, you make money off Instagram stories, you know your ish, or 1 being I don't use stories at all. Where are you? Where do you rate yourself on selling in Instagram or Facebook stories, selling in stories in general? Now, you may be very active on your personal page or your personal Instagram, but not on your business. So we're rating the business profile. And here's your opportunity to start selling in stories if you don't have an Instagram. If you don't have a Facebook page, sell it on your personal page in your stories. Okay, Kaylee's at a 1. This is perfect. So today might be a little shorter just because it's very strategic and it's mindset, I guess. Just set the intention that your audience is watching your stories and you can sell in stories. That's as easy as it is. But this is very strategy based. This is very strategic. So I post on stories but don't get much traction. Actually, I'm changing it to 2 or 3 because I post and have gotten a couple inquiries and bookings, but it's rare for me on Instagram. I was going to say, I've seen your stories and they're very informative. Like, you've got good this or that. You have a presence, so I wouldn't consider you a 1. You're probably a 3 or 4. Give yourself some credit. I see those stories, those color black and whites. So what we're going to do, if you are a product-based business, if you are a service-based business, this is applicable to any type. So my coach is in here, my photographer's in here, and my service-based business owners will be able to utilize this. But if you have products, I'm going to show you ways that you can sell your products in here as well. So step number 1, show your face. Throw a filter on. People are like, oh, don't use filters. It's the same as wearing makeup. I mean, makeup is a filter. Who cares? Like, find a filter, stick with it, and make that your brand. Become recognizable. Use your brand colors. So whatever your logo is, whatever your business colors are, incorporate those into your Instagram. If you are not creative, you can go into Canva, and Canva has tons of pre-made Instagram stories that you can just download and save and upload. But if you are just running short on time and just want to use the Instagram stories app, you can do that and it works. There are lots of options. So to start your day, every single day when you go to post on Instagram, start with a poll. And there is a specific way that we do these polls. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may have noticed. So we're going to do a sweet and savage on the poll. So it doesn't even have to be business related. It can be motivational. So when you're thinking about your Instagram poll, your morning breakfast, think about it as your 6:30 a.m. Facebook group post. Oh, thank you. I'm channeling my spooky season. When I go live, there is a little filter icon in the top left corner, and it scrolls through. It's just like Instagram filters. I don't think I have it on my desktop, but when I go on my computer, I can find it. So I will screenshot next time when I try to go live. what the icon is. And I just use it each time because it's cohesive. So, first step, no, you're totally good. This is how we learn. You're going to do this on Instagram too. Same with Facebook stories. Find the filters that you like, or just go regular. If you're not worried about being cohesive and being on brand, show up authentic, that's fine. Your very first post of the day will be a sweet or a savage, and it's going to be a poll. And what you're doing is you're training your audience to engage. Even if you have old clients, even if you have other photographers who aren't interested in booking a session, even if you have random dude followers, I don't know, whatever you have, people want to engage. Even if it has nothing to do with them, that's why we put the savage. So your first option, or your second, you can switch them. You're going to have a poll, and mine today was end of the month, September, how are you going to go about your day? And the sweet was let's finish strong. And the savage was shut the fuck up, the month is already over, I've given up. Same with yesterday. Your sweet option is, I think it was, I'm claiming my abundance, and it was yes, claiming it, and the other was quit talking, you're annoying, okay? Make them savage. People cannot resist voting, and if they're not interested in the top one, they just want to vote on something. Give them the savage option, and put your tough skin on and just be okay, people are just going to click it because they want to be an asshole. And I had somebody message me, she's another coach, and she was oh my God, I wanted to choose the mean one just because it was funny. She was I had to stop myself. It gets them messaging you, and it gets them interacting, because, I don't know, people always want to play devil's advocate, or some people are bitter. So give them something to interact with. So does that make sense? First poll of the day, sweet or savage, and it's going to be a poll option. You want to use those engagement stickers to get them used to interacting. It's the same as when we ask for comments in the Facebook group, but people love sliding the bar. People love interacting with the polls. Make a sweet one, make a savage one. Anyways, to automate Instagram stories, that's one of my biggest struggles, having to do it in real time. So I blast a bunch and then I go. So I'm really inconsistent. So I recommend doing it in 3 sections. So do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not really, but think of it like that. So when you wake up in the morning, you could pre-make them in your downtime. On one of your CEO days, you could pre-make your Instagram stories and have them in folders ready to go, and then just post them out. So in the morning, I would post 3 to 4. So you would do your savage poll, and then you'll have a to-do list, and I'll break each one of these down. Then you're going to have a slide bar, and then you're going to showcase something about the business. So that's going to be when you wake up, you can blast all 4 of those back to back. And then when you go on your lunch break, you're going to blast the next set and maybe show your face. And then at the end, right before you go to bed or when you have free time at home, do it in chunks. So you don't have to be on all day long posting in real time. You could just separate it in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the easiest way that I've found to hit different target audiences. I did that for a while, would post this or that at my lunchtime. It worked well for me, but I didn't maintain it. Yep, still advice. Good. So I have found that once I figured out a rhythm, it was easier to pre-schedule. Now that I was home this week, I didn't have to pre-schedule. I would just post in real time. But on weeks that I'm busy and I'm shooting sessions, I will pre-make them and just go through and not schedule, but post in separated clumps so it looks like I'm posting in real time. And then you're going to hit all the different waves of viewers as well. So your first post of the day will be a poll, and it's just to get them interacting. Your second post of the day, you want to show day in the life. So relatability, to-do list. So for today, mine was tap into Voxer with my frequency rise, send out a boudoir album, go grocery shopping, whatever. You're just going to do a fun to-do list or session day. And if you are, product business, you could be making candles today. If you're working your day job, you could be office day, working on admin things, or working the day job answering emails when I get home. You're showing your relatability that you are a person and not a corporation. Does that make sense? So with your second post of the day, you're tapping into the humanness, to the relatability of, I am not just a business owner, I am a person. Here's my to-do list. Come follow along throughout the day. And the to-do list is skipped over a lot because people are like, oh, people don't care. No, they care. Look at how many times you watch people's stories. Snapchat, TikTok, whatever, Facebook. Like, we're interested in the day-to-day things. So definitely hit that. So this is going to be like your meat of the sandwich. So you're going to do your poll, your human relatability, and then the third one, you're going to do another sticker. So you're going to do that slide bar. That slide bar is super fun because people love interacting, and this can be anything. It can be like a motivational quote, like you've got this, don't give up. This can be have the best day ever. It's close to Friday. It can be session day and have like the fire emoji with the slide bar. It can be at the shop today with like the hands up. Anything to get them interacting. So do you see where we're going with this? If we're just posting random stories in no particular order, and you can do polls on Facebook stories as well, then you're not training your audience to engage, and we want them to engage. Now, that's going to be your morning, your little morning sandwich of wake up, say hello, set your intention for the day, get them interacting. Mid-afternoon, midday, whenever you're ready to come on. Yes, so the more interaction, they see you more. So on Instagram, the more times you interact with that story, it will pop your little bubble up to the front. So if people are interacting on my poll, boop, 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 and then they come back and they slide, the very next day, it'll bump my profile head to the top of their list. It doesn't matter if I haven't posted before the person in front of me. If I have a recent post that they haven't seen or a recent story, they're going to slide my icon to the front because that person interacted with me. And it's training the algorithm that like, hey, I like this person, show me their stuff. And you are more likely to see stories than you are actual posts right now on Instagram. So that makes sense? I mean, the more they interact, the more they view your stories, the more your profile bubble is going to go to the front of the list. So after we've done our morning sandwich, our interaction to get them going, we're going to move into our business stuff. Oh, Kate just got the notification. It didn't let me tag people today. It's okay. You've only missed a little bit. It has been very good. It's been information, so just grab the beginning when you can. So lunchtime, midday Instagram story, Facebook stories. This is where you get to show off. So if you're a photographer, show off your albums. If you're packaging an order, I did this yesterday, album going out. I took pictures of it. I showed it off. If you have a product-based business, show off 3 of your favorite products and put them in your stories and say like, oh, we have this deck of cards today, or oh, we have this new gym equipment if you run a gym or whatever. Post your products. So photographers, this could be albums, this could be client closet pieces, this could be your bonuses, anything that has to do with the business. Post it, write a cutesy little caption like, oh my gosh, our brand new wings, or love this album cover going out. So many people choose that. This is where you show off and you show the business side of things. Another really great afternoon, midday post, testimonies. So go to your Google reviews, screenshot your Google reviews, put it into a cute little story. I do this with my Voxer clients if we're celebrating a win. Screenshot it, put it in my Instagram stories. You are building trust. You're building, oh, she's a professional. Oh, I trust this business because other people trust this business. You're building credibility. That you know what you're doing, you have reviews, you have testimonies. So midday is a perfect way to highlight that. So if you're not taking advantage of testimonies and showing them off, start doing that now. You can screenshot them from your website. You can screenshot them from Google. They don't even have to be full testimonies. You can scroll through your Facebook group, and when somebody says, oh my gosh, I loved your shop, or I love my package, or when somebody says, I had the best time at my session, you have to do it, girl, when they're replying back to the comments, screenshot that, turn it into a story, and use it to your advantage. Do you see what I mean? There are so many bits and pieces of our business that we could be utilizing that we are not, that we're leaving in the dust because we get caught in this trap of, oh, it has to be a professional Google review. No, people leave testimonies and people review you all day long. Sorry, I'm out of water in my pretty cup. I have to use my bottle. Yeah, so we think like, oh gosh, stories, that's one other social media feed, that's one other avenue that I have to run, when in reality, we pretty much already have the content. You just have to pull it. It's not something that you have to come up with, and it's really boring, easy stuff, but it gets your engagement seen. So after albums and testimonies, another great thing to share midday is events. So if you're doing an open house, if you're doing a day of minis, anything that you can link to a calendar, that you can link to a ticket sales, if you're having a ladies' night, if you're having a sip and shop, if you're having like bring a friend to the gym day, whatever it may be, showcase your events. Now, events don't even have to be in person. If you're planning to go live in your Facebook group to talk about something, whatever, Instagram, it doesn't matter how many followers you have, everybody is allowed to link things now. You can add the little link button and you can link them to your Facebook group. You can say, going live tonight, join here, and link them to your Facebook group. Or you can say, posting a bunch of sneak peeks from today's session at 8 p.m. Come join the group here. Link your group. You need to be linking back to all of your different platforms. Link to your website. You can say, I'm sharing a blog on the site today. Go find it. Boom. Link it. Yes. You want them in all of your audiences, and each one can be a different story. Link to your TikTok, link to your website, link to a blog post, link to this, link to that. Use these buttons and use hashtag in your story. So if you are linking your website, hashtag Terre Haute Boudoir. That's what I would hashtag. That's my city and that's my thing. Hashtag Bullhead, Arizona Crystals. Whatever, wherever your shop is. You see what I mean? Here's your key. Don't use more than one hashtag per story. It's not like a post. Just use one in the story. If your profile is set to public, which if it's a business one, normally we are. Yay, lots of content ideas. So then another thing midday that's really fun is what's coming up. So this is a great time to post when you're getting new inventory. You can be like, next month we're going to this convention, we're buying new inventory. Next month we have a Zumba class. Next month I have a last minute opening. Hashtag sticker, or does just typing it as text do anything different? I think for stories you have to have a sticker. They've switched it back and forth. So I think when you go, there's an actual sticker for hashtag. Use that. Now this is subject to change. So if there's a sticker available for hashtag, it should auto-populate it. Use that until it switches. It's hard to keep up. But right now it's the sticker as of this morning. Again, it could change. So what's coming up? You can prep your audience for something surprising is coming. If you're getting ready to launch a Black Friday sale, a model call, build the suspense. And this is another great opportunity to use the slide bar, to use the poll, oh my gosh, are you excited? Something spicy's coming. As of this morning, I don't know, it changes daily. We don't make the rules. We can only try our best to follow them. And we can't complain because it's a free platform. even though some of us pay for ads, and they still shut us down. Okay, so midday is really great for showing off your business because in the morning you've showed your relatability, you've showed your humanness. Something else that's really good, they do. I hate it, but you gotta make the best of it. It's all good. It's like Facebook. One minute we're BFFs, the next we're like, nope, you're banned for no reason other than I said so. Behind the scenes. Okay, this is where it gets to be fun. You can have absolutely nothing going on that day that seems exciting, but you can make it look exciting with behind the scenes. My favorite, grab a notebook, open it up, find a filter that kind of blurs it out. Take a picture of like your pin laying on the paper and be like, oh my gosh, so much happening. So much goodness in the works. I can't wait. Do we know what goodness is happening yet? I don't know. Maybe not, but I always know there's something coming. I always know I'll think of something exciting and it keeps them interested. It's making them feel included because you're showing behind the scenes. When you're doing your client closet laundry and it's all over the floor, normally something is coming. Something is always coming. Do I know what it is every time? No, but I know it's going to be good. When your client closet laundry is all over the floor, make it messy and be like behind the scenes. So many babes in the studio. When you're going through inventory boxes and all of the trash is everywhere, be like, oh my gosh, sneak peek behind the scenes and hashtag behind the scenes. We've got new products coming in or whatever. When you're building a new set at the studio, do like a really close up of something and be like, oh, a new set. Like, do behind the scenes. 1, it makes you relatable. 2, it's content that we're not using. 3, it's keeping them on their toes. They want to know. They want to know that more is always coming. They want to know what you're doing. So behind the scenes is really fun. If you're stuck on a behind the scenes, a picture of you working at the computer or a picture of your computer. So let's try this. So this would be my view right now. Like hand on the keyboard of the screen. Boom. There's my behind the scenes. You can blur the behind the scenes if you want, or you can show them. Up to you. But you get to be creative with it. If it's something that really is a surprise, like your mystery box, totally blur it so they can't see it. Or make it abstract and just let them know, like, hey, we're working on these. So this is all content. Everything is content. It really is. That you can be posting. Now, as you're wrapping up your midday and you're going into the evening, or you making your candles, that would be perfect. A random poll is really good. Random, that doesn't have to do with business. It just gives people the option to vote. Yesterday I did coffee, iced or hot. People love to vote in that. That got so many votes. Iced or hot coffee, and they get a pick. So you could do winter or fall. Morning person or night out, literally whatever. So in the afternoon, after you've shared all of the businessy stuff, you want to get them engaging again so that before they go to bed, they will have engaged with your profile and it'll pop you back up to the beginning the next morning. Does that make sense? So start off with engagement in the morning. Midday, you're going to post businessy stuff. Bedtime, you're going to post another engagement, so a random poll. And then this is where it gets really good. This is what you post, what you're selling. So if you're a coach, this is where you announce your next masterclass. If you are a photographer, this is where you say, I have one opening. Here is my availability. You link them to the contact form. So before you go to bed, as you've taken them on your journey, right before you log off, you hit them with an interaction, and then you close it, you bookend it with what you're selling. and that is very important. You want the very last post that they see to be your offer. So link back to the website, the blog post that links them to the website, the link to your Facebook group, a Facebook story that says, DM me for the link to check out. If you do that, this is going to be really good to keep your audience engaged. So in the morning, you start off with your sweet or savage poll. You have your to-do list to make you relatable. You do the slide bar to get them interacting. You show off your products. You show off your testimonies. You show off your events. You do a color or black and white. That's a fun poll in the evening. A close-up, a far away, a this or that outfit. You show what's coming up behind the scenes. Your real life, you post a picture of the messiness, the craziness, more things to make you relatable. And then you end your day, you bookend it with what you're selling. All of these stories need something to land on. No, because since they have watched them throughout the day, if you post one after they've logged off Instagram or whatever, it'll bump it to the front of their feed the next morning, because most people don't go 24 hours without logging onto Instagram. So if they didn't make it through your stories during the day, you will be front and center, if not really close to the front, the very next morning with your offer. That's why we sprinkle it throughout the day. Yeah. So if we saved all of our interaction for the morning, then they would miss that. But that's why we're going to end the day with a poll or a slide bar or some type of interaction sticker, so that right after you hit the offer, so your offer is going to be sandwiched. So mindless poll in the evening, offer, and then you wake up the next morning with another poll. So whether they got the mindless poll and they logged off and didn't see the offer, that breakfast one will bump it up. Or if they didn't see this one, maybe it's been 24 hours since the mindless poll, but your breakfast one will bump the whole feed up, so they will see the offer from the night before. Does that make sense? So we're sandwiching things in, we're sprinkling in relatability and humanness. That way it's not all, I'm selling. Here's a real life testimony. Here's a fun this or that. Here's what I'm doing. Here's my next availability. Boom, here's a mindless poll. Sandwich the offer in. Wake up in the morning. Do you like bagels or English muffins? Whatever. And that's where you hit them with the savage or sweet, and people, they can't resist it. They love it. So there is a finesse to selling in stories, because so many people will just blindly post for a couple of days. They'll be like, here's my business, here's this, here's that, and they fall off the face of the earth. Or they'll be like, buy my session, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, buy. And we're like, who are you? Because it looks like you have a PR team and you're not a small business and you're just throwing your sales in my face, and I want to get to know you. We know that corporations don't sell. We know that people want to interact with small businesses. If you have a story time, these are great. So take a picture of your face. If you have like a story time, like think of a random act of kindness, something that happened throughout the day, go do like 4 stories of your face. Be like, oh my gosh, I just had the best client ever. We had an amazing shoot. If you don't know what to talk about her outfits, talk about what bonuses she did, and talk about what she ordered. So she wore one of our black lace bodysuits from the client closet. We did the shower scene and the neon room. It was amazing. She bought our Elite album, which means she gets all of our digitals. And here's the album she got. You're making it normal that people are buying your highest collection or whatever. Or you can say, oh my gosh, we just got this beautiful new crystal in, And one of our customers just came in and she got a tower and she got a tumbled stone and then she got a candle. There's only 2 of these left right now. Love them so much. And you show your face and you talk about sales like they're normal. Everybody's buying. Everybody's doing it. And if somebody didn't come in and buy that day, you talk about a past client. We have the content. Our whole daily life is filled with content for our business. We're just not utilizing it to our fullest advantage that we could be. And if you do this strategically, I'm going to post this in the comments for you guys. It will make a huge difference. Savage poll, to-do list, slide bar sticker, albums, testimonies. Show your face in between. And this is just a bare minimum. You can pop in during the day whenever you want and add in story times, add in, oh my gosh, I'm working on this. People love to see your face, whether it be photos. They really love talk times. Always add captions. I never watch stories with my volume up. So there is a sticker in Instagram that will caption all of your words for you. Because not everybody watches with their volume up, and then you're inclusive to everybody. So, that's my wrap on selling in stories. I sold an entire session in my $4,800 collection 2 weeks before the session date, all through stories. I didn't even have to do a phone consult for her. She watched my stories for like a week straight, slid up in my DMs, was like, I'm ready to book. I want to do the elite. Send me an invoice. I was like, what? Because she watched and she watched and she got to know and she knew that everybody bought this. And I forgot to mention, I didn't even get into highlights, but all of your products, all of your bonuses, everything that you're showcasing for your business, same with testimonies, you can save them as highlights on your profile so people can go through and watch the highlights. A crash course on stories. I have finessed it over the last couple of months. I've been like, okay, we're doing this. We're figuring it out. And there's no need to make it long and fluffy because it doesn't have to be long and fluffy. You get to intermix. You get to use the outline. You get to use the basics. I will say Facebook stories is much harder to use. They don't have as many stickers. They don't have pretty fonts. But if you can give yourself an outline to work with and freestyle with, okay, also, let's be realistic. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes consistency. People have to get used to you showing up. Now, pro tip. If you have an Instagram and then a personal account, post it on your business account and then go vote in your own polls and on your own slides on your other accounts. That way it's showing up that people are voting. Okay? You should always be the first person to go vote in your poll. Because then it's getting the algorithm saying, oh, people are voting in this, I'm going to bump it up. And it's showing other people that other people are voting. So that's another little tidbit. Oh, it's late here. So I'm going to go live on the front lines now and go talk about Proxability on my profile. So if you guys want to come hang out there, that's going to be fun. It's just like any other social media. You've got to be consistent before it's not working. I was talking to somebody about this with Google Ads today. Like, you have to really put in the time before you see your ROI. But Instagram stories are so lucrative, and you can switch up your hashtags and hashtag your state, hashtag in your business, your city, your town. And the more people are interacting with your stories, the more your actual feed posts will show up for them as well, which is where all the juiciness is. So I hope that helps. Oh, Google Ads is not my expertise. I just restarted our ads account today. And Tyler from Laminar, I don't know if you guys know him, messaged me. He said, hey, Kira, I just want to let you know I was on Google. And this is while I was setting up. He's like, I just got an ad for your studio, which I love, but I'm in Canada. And I have my own boudoir studio. So I don't necessarily need your ads. So you might want to switch your audience because you're spending money on this. I was like, I know. I'm literally in the middle of this. I don't know why it went live. I hadn't published it yet. He was like, yeah, you haven't targeted your people. I was like, I realize this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hate Google Ads, but we're giving it another go. So, all right. I know. He was like, I don't think you meant to do that. I was like, no, I didn't. Thank you. I very much appreciate that because I would have just let it go. So don't be afraid to try new things. That's the other thing. It'll be really uncomfortable at first showing up in stories if you don't. But act like it's your Facebook group. We show up in there all the time. You can do it on another platform. That's what I've got. I hope this helps. Let me know how it goes. Oh, yeah, Facebook. Are you paying for Facebook ads? I will not do Facebook ads because people can comment on there and they're crazy. So we're doing Google ads because I don't want to. I used to get called like porn shooter and stuff on Facebook ads because it just shows them to everybody, all the Karens and stuff. So I don't mess with those. Some people do and they have really good results. But yeah, Facebook ads, I won't waste my money on. Google ads, though, you can target your location, and then it's showing up to everybody, not just people on Google. So, you have to have thick skin with ads. I just used to shut them down. Said, nope, not messing with that. So, okay, that wraps up our Instagram, Facebook stories training. I hope it helps. Let me know in the group how it goes after you've done a couple days of consistency. And do it on weekends. And so here's your caveat. On weekends, if you don't want to post the business stuff, you could just be like, oh my gosh, enjoying the weekend, loving the trees. Here's what we're doing this weekend. Don't forget to join our Facebook group when we're back in the studio on Monday or back in the shop. Or if you're open on weekends, then there's your perfect time to show it off. So, all right. See you guys.